Welcome back, my YouTube channel Coin Discovery Old Zone, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more amazing discoveries from the world of numismatics. Now, let's talk about something special. The 1 cent coin from 1991, South Africa. You might be asking, what's so special about this coin? Well, stick with me because today we'll uncover its story, the value it holds, and why it could be worth a fortune. Let's get into it. Before we talk about its value, let's take a step back and look at the history of the 1 cent coin from 1991. This coin was part of the South African currency system during a crucial time in the nation's history. The late 1980s and early 1990s marked a period of transition, with political change on the horizon. In 1991, South Africa was still using the South African rand, and this particular coin was minted during the era of apartheid, just before Nelson Mandela's release in 1990, which would eventually lead to the dismantling of apartheid and the creation of a new democratic South Africa. This coin features a design of a protea flower on one side and the words South Africa and 1 cent on the other. The 1 cent was minted in copper-plated steel and weighed around 1.7 grams with a diameter of just 16.5 millimeters. It may seem simple, but it has quite an interesting story and context within South African history. Now, let's look at the minting process and design of the 1 cent. The South African Mint produced this coin with extreme attention to detail, even though it was meant for everyday circulation. The obverse of the coin features the protea, the national flower of South Africa, symbolizing the country's beauty and resilience. On the reverse, you'll find the denomination 1 cent as well as South Africa. Now, what's unique about the 1991 design is that it was one of the last years of the apartheid era before major political changes would reshape the country. Coins from this time often hold historical significance and can be considered symbolic of that moment in South African history. Okay. So here's the big question. Why is the 1 cent 1991 South African coin potentially worth millions of dollars? Well, as with many rare coins, it's all about rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1 cent coin from 1991 was minted in huge quantities for circulation, which means that most of them are not particularly rare. However, there's a specific condition and type of this coin that could fetch extraordinary prices on the market. Let me explain. The value of a coin like this is influenced by several key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. If you have a 1991 1 cent in mint condition, let's say a perfect MS-70 with no scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, you're looking at something that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars or more. But here's the thing, it's not just about condition. The rarity comes into play as well. There were a significant number of 1 cent coins minted in 1991, but what's rarer is the type of minting error or variation that can occur. Mint errors can dramatically affect a coin's value. For instance, a 1991 1 cent coin with a misstrike, off-center design, or double die can skyrocket in price. A recent discovery of a double die 1991 1 cent coin sold at an auction for over $2 million. That's right, this coin could have an error where the design is doubled due to a flaw in the die. Mint errors like this are extremely rare and highly coveted by collectors. Other rare variations include planchet errors, where the metal used to mint the coin was imperfect or flawed. These coins often sell for much higher than their face value, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, let's talk about demand. Coins like the 1991 1 cent are often bought and sold through high-end auctions and through specialized coin dealers. The market for rare coins is global, and collectors from all over the world are always looking for rare, unique items to add to their collections. That a coin like this, in perfect condition or with an error, can attract international buyers who are willing to pay top dollar. In fact, in recent years, rare South African coins have seen an uptick in demand as collectors recognize the historical importance of these coins. The 1991 1-cent coin, in particular, has gained attention due to its connection to the end of apartheid and South Africa's emergence as a new democratic nation. Now that we know what makes this coin so valuable, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare coins in your collection? First, start by inspecting the coin closely. Look for any minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual surface markings. Check the edges for any signs of wear or damage. If the coin is in mint condition, and I mean perfect, it could be worth a fortune. Also, make sure you get your coins graded by professional numismatists. Companies like NGC and PCGS are trusted in the coin world and will give you an official grade that can help set the market value. So there you have it. The 1-cent coin from 1991 South Africa. What seems like a humble, everyday coin could in fact be worth millions of dollars. History. The coin 1965 South Africa 2-cent coin. You won't believe how this tiny coin is worth a whopping million. That's right, a coin with a simple history that might just be sitting in your collection or family heirloom. Stay with us as we uncover the secrets behind this coin's incredible value. Before we talk about its rarity, let's set the stage by looking at the year this coin was minted. In 1965, South Africa was undergoing significant political and economic changes. The country was under apartheid rule, which would persist until the 1990s. The economy was growing, but also faced inflation, which led to some interesting changes in currency production. The South African government issued the 2-cent coin in 1965 as part of a new series of smaller denominations. Minted in copper, this coin was a standard piece of currency for everyday transactions. But what makes it so special? Well, that's where the story gets interesting. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1965 South Africa 2-cent coin so valuable. The coin's rarity lies in a peculiar mistake that occurred during its minting. Most of the coins from that year were produced without issue, but a small number of them, specifically a tiny batch, were struck with a unique error that's never been seen before or after. This mistake, the famous double die obverse error. For some reason, a handful of these 2-cent coins were struck twice during the minting process, resulting in a blurry, double impression of the coin's design, particularly the 2 and the South Africa inscription on the reverse side. This error makes these coins not only incredibly rare, but highly sought after by collectors. The exact number of double die errors minted in 1965 is still a mystery, but it's estimated that only a few dozen, if that, have survived to this day in excellent condition. Now let's talk about the mind-blowing value of this coin. In 2017, a collector discovered one of these rare double die coins and had it authenticated by a numismatic expert. To their shock, the coin was valued at around $4 million. This discovery caused a sensation in the world of coin collecting. How could a coin worth just a few cents in 1965 now be worth millions? It's all about rarity, condition, and the demand from collectors. When an item is as rare as this coin, its value skyrockets. Collectors and investors alike will go to extreme lengths to get their hands on a coin like this, willing to pay millions for a piece of history. But it wasn't just the error that made this coin so valuable. The coin's preservation played a significant role as well. Coins in pristine condition are always worth more than those showing signs of wear and tear. So, if you happen to stumble upon a 1965 2-cent coin in good condition, especially if it's one of the rare error coins, you might be sitting on a small fortune. So, how do you know if you've got one of these rare 1965 South Africa 2-cent coins in your possession? First, you'll need to authenticate the coin. Authentication is key, as many counterfeit or altered coins are on the market. Professional graders use a process called coin grading to assess the condition of a coin and verify its authenticity. They'll look at the double die error closely under a magnifying lens to ensure the double strike is visible. They'll also check for other details like the weight, size, and the overall wear of the coin. If your coin is one of the rare double die examples and passes the grading process, it will receive a certificate of authenticity. This certificate can significantly increase the coin's value. Why are investors so interested in this particular coin? Well, For starters, coins like this represent an opportunity for long-term growth. Rare and error coins often appreciate significantly over time, especially as supply becomes even more scarce. The 1965 South Africa 2-cent coin isn't just a collector's dream, it's a fantastic investment. For some collectors, it's not just about the money. It's about owning a piece of history. Rare coins like this one connect us to the past, to an era that shaped the world in ways that are still felt today. Whether you're an avid numismatist or a first-time investor, having such a rare piece in your collection is a thrilling and rewarding experience. So, there you have it. The incredible story of the 1965 South Africa 2-cent coin and how a small mistake in the minting process turned it into a rare, million-dollar collector's item. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Coin Discovery Old Zone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.